We are back, and today is the NFL rig. We're going to talk about that. It's a trending topic right now in NFL media, and we're going to go through a bunch of different evidence and reasoning and proof, quote-unquote proof, as to why the NFL may or may not be rigged. Now, I'm going to try to stay as unbiased as I can right now throughout the entire video, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section down below to debate whether the NFL is rigged, and do you guys have any other proof that you guys can potentially provide as to why it may or may not be. So comment down below right now throughout the whole video, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, join the Discord, go to NFL community, become a member for exclusive perks, and let's start talking about the evidence. So I'm going to try going in a pretty smart order throughout the entire video today, and the first thing we have to talk about is the NFL logo conspiracy. Now, if you don't know about this NFL logo conspiracy, you've basically been living under a rock for the last who knows how long. The last several years, the winner of the Super Bowl and the two teams competing in the Super Bowl have potentially been scripted by the colors of the NFL Super Bowl logo. I'm going to put a picture up right now of the last two Super Bowls prior to this year, and it's going to be the Bengals and the Rams. The Bengals, you can see the colors of their team is orange is red, and that matches the top of the Super Bowl, versus obviously the Los Angeles Rams, who are yellow. Now, if we pull up the winner of that game, let's take a guess. Ready? Those of you who don't know the winner of that game, we can guess who won, right? The Rams. The Rams won 23-20. Solid. Now we go to the next game. Eagles versus Chiefs. Green and red in the logo. Not hard to figure out the conspiracy there. Back-to-back years. Okay. The winner of that game, I'm an Eagles fan, so I know well. The Kansas City Chiefs won. Now, furthermore than just having the two-color theory, look at the colors of those logos. Which color appears least? That's been the winner of the last several Super Bowls. So that's the two part of the conspiracy right there. You can see the yellow appears less than the orange, so the Rams won. The red appears less than the green, so the Chiefs won. And then if we look at this year's Super Bowl, it's supposed to be 49ers versus Ravens, right? That's what everyone thought because of how those two teams were competing. But obviously we know it's not. It's Chiefs, which there is red. The red could be for the Chiefs, right? And then purple. There's no purple team in the Super Bowl. It's the 49ers. So it should be just totally red, right? So why isn't it? Well, let's talk about some conspiracy theories. Ready? Let's first talk about the curse of Kirk Cousins, because that's been broken and abolished. So Kirk Cousins, for the longest time, the conspiracy is that the Kirk Cousins curse is that whoever loses to Kirk Cousins, no team has ever lost to Kirk Cousins has played in the Super Bowl in the same year, basically. So the 49ers, they have lost to the Vikings this year, and they somehow made it to the Super Bowl. Now, you might think, how much has this conspiracy been a real thing? Kirk Cousins has faced one or both teams that have played in the Super Bowl 10 times, and his team lost all 10 games. So there's never been a team that has beat Kirk Cousins. The teams that beat the Vikings have made the Super Bowl, but there's never been a team that Kirk Cousins has beat that's made the Super Bowl until now. So, all right, that's kind of what you're thinking. What does it have to do with the Super Bowl, right? Is the NFL rigged? What color is the Minnesota Vikings? Purple. What color are the 49ers and Chiefs? Red. So we have the red, we have the purple in the logo right there. So the purple might not have been the Ravens at all. It could have been for the Vikings, and this logo could have symbolized the 49ers breaking the curse of Kirk Cousins, 49ers making the Super Bowl, and both the Chiefs. So there we go. That's the first kind of new conspiracy theory you might not have heard. Now we're going to talk about some of the flags during the NFL championship game. There were a lot of them thrown for both teams, honestly. I thought both teams were penalized a solid amount, but obviously the Ravens were affected more. We're going to look at some tweets. So I'm going to put some tweets on the screen right now. We're going to start reading them. First tweet, refs coming off the bench. Okay, the NFL is rigged. That's like 5 pass interference calls not called on the Chiefs. One thing that they might be referring to here is that Isaiah Likely was basically steamrolled as Lamar Jackson threw him the ball. This was close to the red zone too, and there was no pass interference called. So that's probably what that tweet is referring to. And here's another one, Isaiah Likely getting tackled and there being no flags by the refs. Is why fans think the game is rigged for the Chiefs. Holding or illegal contact at the very least. No way, not a single flag was thrown there. Do better, NFL. That's terrible in favor of the Chiefs. Again, you can hear the pain in this guy's voice. He's right. but also most likely a Chiefs fan. Another one, the NFL is rigged. The Chiefs were handed this game. And so, yeah, as you can see by the theme of these tweets, there were a lot of calls that may or may not have gone the Chiefs' way, which brings us to another conspiracy, the ref. The NFL Chiefs referee for that game, the home team, just in general, typically wins just a little bit above 50% of the game, home games usually. But the ref that the NFL assigned to the Chiefs game, the road team wins 60% of the time. So really, this statistically speaking, the referee that is on the thumbnail that you guys clicked on, the road team wins 60% of the games. Does that have to do with the officiating? I don't know. All I do know is that it seems like Travis Kelce is not possible of drawing a flag call, whereas the Ravens are. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this game later in the video, but we're going to go to the nenext thing now. We're going to head over to the 49ers versus Detroit Lions. So obviously the Lions are winning 24-7 at halftime, 17-point lead, smooth sailing. 49ers look so bad, and honestly, so beaten. So why, tell me, is Roger Goodell seen handing out Super Bowl tickets to a 49ers fan at halftime? Here's a tweet. I knew 49ers were going to win whenever Roger was giving Super Bowl tickets to a Niners fan at the half. It could just be that the 49ers had home field advantage and this was planned the whole time, but, you know, let's just keep that in mind. Here we have some more tweets. Why is Roger Goodell giving Super Bowl tickets to a 49ers fan? Goodell gave a 49ers fan tickets to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's over. Man, that aged very, very well. So they show Goodell giving away Super Bowl tickets to 49ers fans. Rigged much. And then 49ers had 0 holding calls. This league is rigged. Yeah, that's also true and pretty weird. So now, that's another conspiracy there in the Lions versus 49ers game. And I think that one's pretty accurate. Now back to the Chiefs and Taylor Swift. Conspiracy theory with Taylor Swift. Obviously, there's going to be the whole, political stuff. We're not going to delve into that too much. Have your own opinions. But we are going to talk about Taylor Swift's tour. Taylor Swift's tour in Tokyo ends the day before the Super Bowl. So she has a concert the day before the Super Bowl. Okay, you're thinking to yourself, all right, she scheduled her concert that's one day the day before the Super Bowl. Coincidence. No. It's a 4-day long event in Tokyo, and it just happens that the fourth and final day of the 4-day event ends the day before the Super Bowl. The fact that it's a 4-day event, that has me a little weirded out, I think. So the fact that her, she can, it's obviously a tight turnaround time, but she'll be at the Super Bowl. We would all expect for Travis Kelce. Just the fact that it's 4-day long event and then ends the day before the Super Bowl, pretty weird. But also, I want to talk about the Chiefs and the Ravens again. Let's be real here. I'm being as unbiased as I can. I read some tweets. We all know Twitter is definitely the most reputable spot ever for information. Let's be real here. The real reason the Ravens lost was turning it over twice in the red zone. That's what cost them that game. If you look at all the different conspiracy theorists, like boards throughout the entire NFL community, everyone knows that the Ravens kind of lost themselves that game with Zay Flowers and Lamar throwing some interceptions. Yes, definitely seemed to be favoring the Chiefs in terms of officiating, but sloppy play cost them that game. Also, 2 last conspiracy theories. Taylor Decker and the Lions losing to the Cowboys. Let's think about that. This changed the entire NFC playoff seeding and ultimately resulted in 2 of the matchups with the highest rating potentials. Chiefs Ravens and Lions 49ers. I can't think of 2 games that really would have as much viewership as these 2 games, especially with the whole Super Bowl logo. I think the NFL might have made those colors on purpose. They knew fans were getting aware of all of this, and obviously had to shift bases based on that. And then once the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce relationship came out into light, it's a money scheme. Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift as much NFL viewership as they can get with her in it. It's going to draw a whole new audience, whole new money. Final conspiracy: Chiefs versus Lions was first game of the season, so it was too obvious they couldn't have that happen. So the Chiefs beat the Ravens earlier in the day, and then the Lions, obviously they're on their way to win. They're on the way to have Chiefs Lions again. But that was the first game of the season. They can't have that. That's too obvious. So what do? Well, the conspiracy is Lions somehow were forced to lose. Roger Goodell seemingly knew of it by handing out tickets prior to the game. Now, one thing I want to say about that, if this is a true conspiracy, then Josh Reynolds must have been a highly sought out, highly paid actor because he sold that game. Comment down below is the NFL raid. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Peace out. Thanks for watching.